AOC was literally handing out turkeys in Ted Cruz's neighborhood, bro. And it was a brilliant political move.
Yeah.
Because is she doing it to kind of like grift off the situation? Sure. But everybody's okay with grifting if there are people benefiting from it. For example, if you're a rich person and you give a lot of money to charity, nobody cares that you're writing it off in taxes because there are so many people that are taking advantage of that charitable donation.
Yeah.
So she raised millions of dollars. She's leaning into this, but she's basically digging Cruz's grave right now. Every million it goes up, that grave gets a foot deeper.
Bruh, it's
over for that motherfucker.
Brilliant.
But keep in mind, remember she said Ted Cruz, she blamed him for what happened to her. Yeah. She was like, Ted Cruz reminds me of like the guy who sexually assaulted me. Do you guys remember that? Mm-hmm. She said a few of the senators who were inciting, she felt like were inciting the riots and then telling people to get over it. She was like, that reminds me of the guy who assaulted me or when I was younger and just telling me to get over these things. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know the full
Clarify,
context.
Dove.
Yeah, well, she also, she blamed Cruz and other folks for allowing her to be exposed to potentially getting murdered, but then she like clapped back at him when he agreed to her tweet about the congressional look into GameStop and all of that, and she like brought it back again, like, I don't care that you agree with me, you almost had me murdered.
Right.
That was a point where, like, Ted
so this
Cruz
is a
told her.
personal vendetta, but this is a savvy political chick.
She's been savvy with that.
She a star. She a fucking star, dog.
She's savvy, dude. She's fucking savvy.
She's not dumb.
She's not dumb. She knows what she's doing.
And it's even not even beyond, the Ted Cruz thing is the biggest thing, but also it's a red state where they're going to be inclined to hate her. But as somebody whose parents are stuck, yo, God bless her. You're the best. You can flip people like that.
Yeah. Nobody...
Like, in Texas, bro.
Yeah, the easiest way to get people on your side is to give them money. I mean,
yes.
It's not even... Andrew Yang went from nowhere, right? Like, who the fuck is Andrew Yang, right? Asian dude out of nowhere becomes a presidential candidate just by saying, I want to give everybody $1,000. Literally, all he goes, I want to give I believe in universal basic income. People are like, I don't know what the fuck that is. You want $1,000? Bro.
Yeah.
This fucking Chinese guy's smart. This guy's genius. I love this Chinese. Yang gang, yang gang.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yang gang.
Yeah. Bro, I'm
I don't know. Listen, do you know a single policy of his outside of I want to give everybody $1,000?
Oh, absolutely not.
Automation, he knows is bad. I'm with that.
And he's smart. He probably knows a bunch of shit. Maybe he was a businessman. I don't know what the fuck is going on. He's running for mayor of New York. Everybody in New York is like, I think I like this guy. Not because he's walking in bodegas and grabbing fucking fruit salad. He's going to give everybody $1,000. Even if he hasn't said that, everybody in New York is like, oh yeah, the Chinaman is going to give us $1,000. So we got to vote for that guy.
100%.
If you give people money, they like you.
Yup.
Very simple.
Yup.
And this chick, AOC, is out there handing out ducats in Ted Cruz's backyard. It's unbelievable. It's actually better than turkeys.
Oh,
like if instead of turkeys, you were just handing people $100 bills, don't you think they'd like them a lot more?
I'm going to Boston Market, save $80, live a great life.
Bro, what fucking...
man.
What poor person got a big enough oven to fit a 20-pound turkey?
Nobody.
There's just a frozen turkey that down the next block they're trying to sell. They're flipping turkeys.
Yep.
Dude. Anyway, so she's a fucking savvy chick, this girl, man.
She's a star, and Ted Cruz is getting cucked out. King Cuck, getting cucked out in your own state by your biggest political rival.
That's so true.
Oh my God, this guy just watching her give out money, and then he's like, here, you want some shitty bottled water? You can't even get motherfuckers Essentia.
You know what it That's right.
He was giving the water with the salt in it?
He was giving the Publix brand.
Yo.
You're giving Publix water out there, bro. So the crazy shit about AOC also, or maybe this is the thing with Ted Cruz, is like he's completely devoid of understanding social interaction. Mm-hmm. So he could be like on the spectrum a bit.
Yeah.
Like he understands how to play the character of a human being. Like anytime you see him talking, you're like, oh, he's playing a character of a human being.
Yeah.
You know, it's like almost like a comic that like has like a fake voice. You're like, oh, this is a funny character you're playing, but it's not really you.
Yes.
Right? Will Ferrell is great at this. Now, so if you look at him through that lens, he can be smart and completely devoid of any rationale as to how this could be affect him negatively.
Yeah.
He's just looking at it like a robot. He's like, well, if I move out of my house and go to a hotel, how is that different than if I move out of my house and go to Cancun?
Yeah.
Like they have internet in Cancun. They have internet in my hotel here. I can't meet with people because of COVID. So what's the difference? I can get my work done in a hotel in Cancun, or I can get my work done in a hotel in downtown Dallas, wherever the fuck he lives.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I can see how an autistic person or a spectrum person would go through that logic and go, yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah. I just think he's a coward, but fair. I'm
But
just
if
gonna
he
look
was
at him
a
like
coward, he wouldn't go. If he was a coward, he'd be so terrified. Cowards live in fear, right? They live in fear of public perception. They live in terror and fear of being actually physically harmed. He would be fearful of the physical harm or emotional
He could
harm.
be so
that could come with
autistic
this.
it doesn't occur to him that part, but he's also like, or so socially stupid, but he's also like, I'm cold. I don't want to be cold. I'm not sitting here for this. I'm getting the fuck out.
Right.
That's
Right.
some cowardly shit, dog.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say.
You know why we want him to stay? Because misery loves company. My parents are miserable, motherfucker. You miserable.
Yeah.
You the senator.
You miss it, dude.
I'm petty, bro.
Patrice said the best shit about Bush. He goes, I love Bush. And they were like, why? He goes, this was after the 9/11 shit.
Yeah.
He goes, because his whole shit is if we die, everybody dies.
Yeah.
and that's lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we gonna die, everybody gonna die.
Yeah.